Hey everybody, welcome back here. We're playing Forza Motorsports for the PC. This has came out in early access when you bought the $100 version for the Xbox Series X and S and PC. And I think this is a really good game. I think what they did was really good. I think there's a big huge problem with this game. We'll talk about it later. But I feel like as the presentation, as I've played so much Forza and kind of played other racing games, and I feel like they really nailed it. Like 7 was such a letdown for everybody, I feel like, and I still think 6 is one of their better ones. If we're not including Horizon in this, and I feel like that's, you know, we shouldn't be considering Horizon because that's a completely fucking different game. But I think they really nailed on what they're trying to do, and then also made a game very approachable to new people, because racing games are so weird. Like Gran Turismo, which is another popular racing game, is really hard to penetrate. Like it is really hard to penetrate because it is just, hey, it's just a nothing but UI menus, and it's just like, hey, go to the cafe, talk to these people, and they will talk to you, and there's just like no, it's all just like subtitles and stuff. It's like, or subtitles, and it's just like no one's talking. This is really weird. Why am I here? Why do I have to go here? Why is there 3 different places to buy a car? I never quite understood that. I'm not saying Gran Turismo 7 is a bad game. I think it's a weird game, and I think Forza 7 is a fun game. So this is one of the bigger change is with this game is, I think, how you race in this game. It's the biggest thing I've seen change in Forza in a very long time. So you do this introduction cup, and then, you know, you got some other cups too. And there's also some other cups coming down the road too. And it tells you how many races are there in. And when you choose these, you have to complete the last one. Finish practical, and, you know, finish sports. So you have to, you know, finish these to do that. You can't skip around. In 7, you did a lot of skipping around, and I think it got a lot of people confused. So like I have to finish this one if I want to unlock this one. You know, you get the gist. It's a lot of unlocking, you know. So yeah, it's cool. I think it eases people in a little bit. And so there's also a big huge change in difficulty. They have kind of 2 selectors for kind of racing. They have the drivatar difficulty, which is like, hey, how fast is your... I'm actually very surprised that they actually named it, just said faster. Like that's how the drivatars worked, is the AI was just faster at a certain point. It was just like at a certain point, like right off the rip, it would slow. You would get a boost, and then they would start getting a boost, which was pretty cool. And then they changed how you get extra money through the kind of turning on and off difficulties, cosmetic damage, tires, rewind, and penalties. There are still like traction control, automatic, and all that stuff. That has been shoved off to the accessibility and really doesn't affect your income. So I kind of keep it around a 4. I'm winning all races, but I still like to have like a good buffer. Like last race I was in, I came in second because the guy in first place was really far ahead. I think the AI they've done is actually really good. I was actually really surprised at how good it was. Coming off coming off like Gran Turismo 7, which I feel like it has really bad AI, but I felt like, wow, this actually seems really smart. And then 7 also had some really shitty AI where like the front, like the first 3 AI cars were always super or faster than kind of the back half. So you would just do races, and then like every 4th and down would just be so far behind compared to second and first. First would usually be way far ahead and all that. They also changed how you did performance boosts and all that stuff. It's all tied behind your money is literally used for buying cars, and each car has a level. You level it up to get car points, and when you have enough, you can unlock more, and at a certain point. And it's really weird because tunes now have become weird. Like, here's the top tune. I can download this and but I can't play it because when I download it, it says, hey, you need to have a car level 26 and then have 5,000 CP. And I just do not have that. And I can't allocate that. I just cannot do that. I just do not have that. And I thought that was very interesting. I think that's very cool. And of course you could still do the quick upgrade. It'll tell you like, hey, you could do a little bit of this and that and all that. So it's cool. Tuning's still there, still exactly the same, nothing different here. So let's keep it going. Another cool thing that they've done is, especially in these career circuits, is how they handle difficulty, or in terms of like a lot more under the hood stuff of like, hey, you could just cut weight, which I thought was really interesting. Like, hey, hey, don't, oh, God damn it, don't show this message again. Like, hey, you right off the rip, you have 56% tank. It tells you right there, it's going to be 15 laps. Let's drop that down to 6 laps and, cut a shit ton of weight off it. And of course it will affect your acceleration, your handling in a positive way. Let's see, we can also get a breakdown. So practice laps are a thing in this. You do not have to do them, but it is kind of cool to get a better lay of the track, especially if you're really new to this. And you can also, you're leveling up your car too, which is kind of cool. Whoa, shit. And so they break it off in segments, splits are really, if you're familiar with that, and to figure out like, hey, where are you good at this split? I don't think you actually have to do this. I'm actually curious. We could just quit this, yeah? We're gonna skip cat practice. Okay. What happens if I just skip this? Do I still have to do it? I wonder if I still have to do it. I'm actually curious. I wonder if you can just skip it. Oh, wow. Okay. I could just straight up do that. And then, of course, see, like, where we got here? Okay. Huh. And then this is another cool thing that I thought was really fucking cool. So it says move up the grid to adjust difficulty to raise your chances to keep. If you did practice, you would see like, hey, it knows how fast you did it, and it's like, hey, yeah, you'll probably get this. And so if you really wanted to, you could just be the last person on the track right off the rip, and you would get a shit ton of credits for that. It really isn't that much. Or you could be third and get that. And 12, I think, is the default. So let's do 12. One thing that is really weird is this. I don't know why this is here. It's just weird. It reminds me of the multiplayer sessions in Forza Motorsports 7, but you can see, what kind of tires they're using and all that, how much fuel they have. So like you can see me, I have fuel for 7 laps. So let's rock and roll. I do find it funny this Ford Focus is on the right side. There we go. I feel like handling has been really good. I think it's just been really smooth. Holy shit. Oh God. So that happens a lot. I'm actually really surprised at how often it happens. I think that's happened like pretty much every third of a game or every other race. There's something like that, which is actually really interesting. I was literally surprised at how like different the AI is. It's not just like on a single file. It's not following a track or anything. And that's what you see with like, previous Forzas and even Gran Turismo, where like you can clearly see these people are following a line. which is pretty crazy. And then like they will become aggressive towards you too. Like if you cut them off, they're gonna like kind of hit back, which is kind of interesting in itself too. Oh, there we go. I think the sounds are pretty good. Again, the only knock I have on this game is I think it doesn't visually look that great. Or at least I should say its performance is not that great. I was the other day I played a bunch of Forza Motorsports 7 on the PC. It did come to PC, and I bought it, or yeah, I bought it on Xbox. But if you get, it was a play anywhere kind of game too. And I'm like, wow, this game just looks so gorgeous. And I really would say it looked better than Gran Turismo 7 on PlayStation 5. But if you want to like really get in the nitty gritty, I think Gran Turismo 7 on the PS5 does look better, but you have to like zoom in and stuff. But it just like it defaulted to 4K on my computer and ran at like 120 FPS, and it like still looked really good and performed really well. This doesn't perform that well. I have a 7900 XTX with a 5800X Ryzen 7. That is a pretty heavy computer, and they're very pushing ray tracing. I am one of those people, very weird people that like ray tracing doesn't add anything. It doesn't add anything. Like, yeah, in single player games like Cyberpunk, it looks awesome, but in competitive games or games that require where you're going really fast and not really looking at kind of the reflection and all that stuff, it's not that interesting. It's just, hey, what am I reflecting right here? Like, what am I reflecting right now? Nothing. Nothing is being reflected right now. But you will take a performance hit while with ray tracing, and it's just like, like something like Control is another example. Metro Exodus. It's like, yeah, ray tracing in those games are cool, but I feel like it's something like this, like Battlefield 5 had ray tracing and nobody uses it because it's like, wow, the ray tracing in here was really good, but also 2042 has ray tracing. Like I have ray tracing turned off and this looks fine.
3 to go.
I think Forza Motorsports 7 looks better, but it's fine. Like, the big thing I have with when any game comes out, like especially in the live service era, is, hey, is this game going to be fun in 2 months? Is this game going to be fun in 4 months? Is this game going to be fun in 6 months? Is it going to be fun in a year? And Diablo 4 is a perfect example of how not to do that. And then also Halo to some extent too, where like, hey, this game is like, I had a shit ton of fun with Halo Infinite. It is really hard to go back because there is not much there. They have not added much. And so if they're able to pipeline a good content, yeah, I don't know if it's showing up in the, yeah, it is showing up in my OBS. But if you look closely at these lights, why is it doing that? Why is it flickering like that? It's updating the light, which is very fucking weird. It is very weird. But I think overall this game is fun. I think, if you have Game Pass and you're into racing games, you should definitely play this. I bought the $100 version because I'm a psycho and having a mental breakdown, but I get to create fun content. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have fun with this game. I had so much fun with Horizon 5, and I had fun with Motorsport 7, and I think this game will go far. And I feel like, this is a good game. I think this will be a good game for a while, and I really hope that they kind of really hammer it out. Like, I think because there has been for a very long time, there was a Forza coming out yearly. There was Forza, what was it, like Forza 4, and then Forza Horizon, and then Forza 5 the next year. This is the time Xbox One came out. Forza Horizon 2, Forza Motorsport 6, Horizon 3, Motorsport 7, Horizon 4, and then they took a break and got Horizon 5 for the next year, and then last year we got Horizon 5, and this year we have Motorsport. I want them to take a break. I think Horizon is in a great state. You don't need to come back next year saying, hey, we got Horizon 6. I'm just like, holy shit. And they're not really adding anything. Like, if you had to choose between Horizon 4 and 5, 4 is perfectly fine. It will probably be that much cheaper, and you could buy it cheaper, and you will still have an amazing time. And those games are still playable, but not 4 or 5. No, you cannot play Horizon. You cannot play Motorsports 5, 6, and 7 anymore. You just can't, because I recently tried to do that, and those servers are down, and that includes Rivals too. And so, when we live in a digital era, what does that mean? What does that mean? But yeah, I don't know what to say about this game. Like, I think this is a good game. You know, is it worth $70? I don't know. I think when it comes to reviews, people need to be talking about the prices. Are you a big, huge gearhead and want to play a good racing game on PC? Play this. If you are on Xbox, get Game Pass and play it. You can also get this on Game Pass for PC too, and play it there for like $10. Just like it's that easy. It's $10. You don't have to. But of course, Microsoft games actually go on sale relatively often. Like, you could probably get this game 30% off in a couple months, easily a couple months. Probably around Christmas they will do a sale, and you don't have to buy the premium edition. I kind of learned that the hard way after buying the premium edition for Horizon 3, 4, and 5, and realizing 5 had the worst DLC I have ever played. I thought Rally was boring, and I thought Hot Wheels was not as interesting compared to Hot Wheels on Horizon 3. Yeah. I guess I'm also curious. One thing that's leaving me in the air on what to do is that liveries. I assume liveries are still here. You can still see the people doing around it. I follow one person on Xbox that does awesome anime things and all that. So, also, because this is the PC version on Steam, I believe it is cross progression. I don't know what that means if you bought the DLC. So I'll come back to that down the road and maybe do some more content for Forza. I don't know. Yeah, okay, so it does upgrade everybody. So I started this as a C-class car, and I upgraded it and all that stuff. But yeah, like, it's just, I feel like there's a lot of things that I'm missing out, because it's one of those things that you just don't think about it, because the race did change lighting. Like, it went from a sunset to a night, which is actually very big for Forza, at least for the motorsports. But that's it for me, guys. I hope this video was informative. Yeah, I really like this game. For Steam Deck, no bueno on Steam Deck. I was gonna try to make a video about it, but it literally just does not load. I wonder if they'll do anything about that. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.